Right. So I just wanted to start off first of all with a little sneak preview of one of the latest AI companies. And this particular one will completely blow your mind with what it can do, just with the brief little beta that I've been doing with it, just checking it out myself is going to just completely blow you away. The theory behind this, or actually the initiative that I have, is basically AI onomics. The reason behind the growth and the explosion of AI, but at the same time, the history of AI and how it has completely changed the world, starting off with the simplest and most direct thing that is done with social media and the elections, no matter which route you're going. And I'm not talking about the Hillary and Trump. We're going to take it back even further than that to give you an idea. But before I begin with that, I wanted to kind of give you a little breakdown, a little background on myself as well. So to keep me on track, I actually created this little Google Doc. So let me go there first. So first of all, my name is Rico Glover. I've actually been in digital marketing for about 15, 16 years now. Primary focus has been on social media. Matter of fact, I'm going to go here and click on here to give you a little info. I'm known as and been known as the social media Superman. This was an article. My main niche that I'm in, my main industry is the automotive industry. Been selling, promoting, branding on social media, as you can see from this article. This was back in 2015, which they called me the social media Superman. I want to just give you a little background on myself so you can see that I've been doing this for quite some time and I've seen some of the changes and can kind of see where everything is going. I have made some mistakes, but just wanted to give you that. So once again, featured in this magazine, uh, dealing with the automotive industry on social media. Go here as well when I'm talking about things like social media. This was another article which I had a campaign that I did on Facebook selling automobiles, Hondas, and used cars, and using machine learning and AI to help with that, and was written up about it. Uh, had a big success on that. So that was another article. And this was an article that Chatbot Life asked me to write back in 2017. 2017. So this particular one was written back in, I wrote this back in 2017. And it's basically talking about, as you can see here, let's consider the growing use of artificial intelligence. Uh, Apple, Siri, Google Home Play, Amazon Alexa aren't just cool. They're becoming a staple as the trends continues. We're becoming more and more accustomed to chatting with bots. All of a sudden, we look up 2017 and AI and bots are everywhere. So once again, this was an article that I actually wrote back in May of, or actually it was published back in May of 2017. So once again, I just wanted to go over that first, just to give a little background on myself, because I am a true believer that whenever someone is speaking, you want to know that they have a little bit of background in history. And last thing that I'm going to show you, I actually am co-founder of Soul, Soul Show Media Marketing, which is an engagement company. It deals with the platforms from Twitter to LinkedIn, Face, Meta, uh, pretty much every platform that's out there. So this is, you won't be able to see this part. This is my background of the company. But once again, dealing with the different platforms from LinkedIn to Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn, social media platform, TikTok, the whole nine. So the co-founder of that, also co-founder of Autobot Builders, which is a chatbot system. So now that I got all that through, you can open up your mind to know that it's not someone that just became an AI expert last week. I've been working with AI and machine learning and producing sales in marketing campaigns for quite some time. So let me go into the initiative on what I call AI nomics. And I'm going to give you a little background if you didn't know. Let me click through on a few things. And actually, as I was looking through this, I did not have my photos up. So please forgive me for that. I'll go through it again quickly. I'm not going to go through the whole presentation, but I want to give you that. So, once again, this was when I was speaking of the article. So, this was the article that was written up in 2015. I was on the front cover of that for the social media marketing. So that was the article that I was talking about, but didn't show you. This was the other article that I mentioned to you, in which it was talking about a campaign I did on the Book of Faces and using machine learning and AI for that. So let me click out of that one. And then, as I mentioned to you beforehand, one of my companies that I co-founded, this is Show Media Marketing. It actually was recognized by AppSumo as a minority-owned business, and this is basically I can actually do sharing and things of that nature with all the social platforms. So let me get back to what I was speaking about. Social media marketing for someone. The reason why I call this initiative the AInomics, there's a reason why the tech companies are the wealthiest companies in history. In history. Matter of fact, let me go to this to show you something as it is pulling up the article. So, top social media platforms and their revenue. Now, this is a little bit back in 2022, but it kind of give you an idea. Facebook, Instagram are the two biggest social media platforms in terms of revenue. YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, top five social network sites. The market of the social directory networking sites industry was $81.8 billion in 2022. US consumers, the most popular social media apps in 2023 were Facebook with 69%, YouTube 57%, Instagram 45%, TikTok 33%, and Twitter 30%. YouTube has 2.5 million monthly active users. WhatsApp has at least 2 billion active users. Instagram has 1.2 billion active users. TikTok has 689 million active users. Now, the reason why I'm going into that is that with that amount of people on those platforms and what we've seen that has been done in the past with social networks to influence things like elections, influence things as far as buying, just behavioral changes. With AI, that will take that level to a unknown charted. I personally, because I've been doing digital marketing for years and using machine learning and AI, but not at the level that I can use it at now. I personally can see how one individual or a small group of individuals can take those numbers to use AI to actually control whole countries, nations, individuals. Because with AI, instead of being able to create 1 to 2 pieces of content a day, you can actually program or prompt the AI to produce hundreds or thousands of content a day. And of course, the more content that's out there, the more that it will be able to become more real. So this is a very exciting time because of the help of social media and AI. but it's also a very scary time as well because of the opportunity that can become if we are not watched with what can happen with AI and social media. But let me tell you this first. AI is already a part of social media. AI is already a part of everything that you're doing in life, from your series, like I mentioned in that article back in 2015, from your series, your Amazon, your Netflix, the whole nine is already there. So we're not going to be able to put the genie back in the bottle. We just have to make sure we monitor and control as much as possible to make sure that it is used correctly, because that is going to be the most important thing that we do. The most important thing that we do will be just staying focused on knowing how to use this tool that has changed the world for the better. So let me give you some examples, because once again, I'm a believer in truth. So let's go back, because most of y'all, when I mentioned presidencies and social media, you may have thought of something different. But let me actually go into here and let me show you something. So these are all facts. Barack Obama and the Facebook election. This was written back in 2008. A lot of people may not know this, but let me scan through. We know that, of course, he won the presidency. But one thing that a lot of people didn't know is that Facebook was probably one of the. Now, I know some folks may not want me to say this and may not agree with this, but facts are facts. The election, and I'm going to read through this a little bit. This election was the first in which all candidates, presidential and congressional, attempted to connect directly with American voters via online social network sites like the book and MySpace, for some of us old folks. It's been called the Facebook election. It's no coincidence that one of Obama's key strategists was 24-year-old Chris Hughes, a Facebook co-founder. A lot of people don't know this. So President Obama's key strategist was Chris Hughes, a Facebook co-founder. It was also Hughes who masterminded the Obama campaign's highly effective web blitzing, everything from social network sites to podcasting and mobile messaging. Now, if you just stop there, that is just a remarkable thing right there, because you took, and this is not a racist or anything in that nature, but you took a uh, not long term politician, and not only that, a not a long term politician, but an African American male, but with the help of the new age of social media marketing and being able to understand that you could target and be able to, I hate to use the word influence, but influence someone to move, to take action, to do things. And it was done through social media. Now, if you can imagine what could be done now with the help of AI. Now, AI's, well, once again, has always been used, but it's never been at this level where it's so openly available for not just programmers or higher folks in the tech companies, but anyone. And if you stick around, I'm going to show you one of the latest AI tools that is going to blow your mind. So that was on that. So you may think, oh, that's just the one off, but if you go in and you look at President Trump, so the gentleman that helped was the strategist for President Trump. They called him the digital guru. Um, Brad, genius who won Trump's campaign. Facebook helped spread Trump's message to voters. Speaking to the Web Summit in Portugal on Wednesday, and this is an old article. He said, I think I had come from a consumer world for a long time, and American eyeballs were moving to social media in huge numbers, especially on mobile phones and devices. And when Donald Trump asked me to work on the campaign, I knew I had a great piece of product that would resonate with Americans, he said. So, once again, with just social media, you're talking basically almost one to one, and they can actually talk back to you. So emphasizing with what they did in 28 and in 2016, and if you can understand that now, those opportunities are much larger because of the help of AI. So let me go into this, in which this is a little morbid, but I just have to share real world and the truth. So this was actually a study, and you can actually see this from the CDC as well, but this is the National Library, and it says the role of online social networking on deliberate self-harm and suicidal in adolescents, a systemized review of literature, in which this is basically saying that social media used by minors have significantly increased and has been linked to depression, and simultaneously, age-adjusted suicide rates have steadily increased over the past decade in the United States, with suicide being the second most common cause of death in youth. And they are discussing, they actually have found out that, once again, just going on some numbers in addition, the rate of non-suicide of self-injury rates between 14% and 21% among young people. Evidence suggests that self-harm in youth is more active online social networks than youth who do not engage in self-harm behavior. The role of online networking, delivery, self-harm, and suicidal in adolescents would focus on negative influence. So basically what this is saying is that with the growth and the increase of suicide with that age group, Gen Z, is also pretty much matched hand in hand with the growth rate and using more social media. So if you can imagine now these young minds being able to be fed quickly more information, 6 to 7 to 10 times quicker, more information, and it can actually with AI, it will be able to see what exactly you're reading and be able to send you more of that information. It is a big business in the product, me and you. Once again, the product on social media are the people, our data, our behaviors, being able to direct them to do certain things. And AI is leading the way because you cannot beat an AI box when it comes to you thinking one thing and is being able to take your information and calculate and almost be able to decide what you may or may not do. So, and how is AI used by social media? Let me go to this, my last point, the impact of how AI is used in social media. Artificial intelligence is transforming everything. You don't have to look far to see how AI is already impacting your day to day life. Think about the smartest assistant on your phone. It's powered by magic. Instead, AI answers your questions. Think about when you're searching on Google or you're getting ads from products you recently looked at. Yep, you guessed it. It's all because of AI. And the AI revolution won't stop there. The technologies of tomorrow, like driverless cars, will function because of AI. Now, what I'm going to do now is I've already put this prompt into this AI. I actually asked it, and this is a new one. This was co-founded by Reid Hoffman, who is the co-founder of LinkedIn and also one of the uh, former co-founders of PayPal. So he just released this AI system, and it I've been playing around with it, and it's crazy. So I asked this one, which is, and I'll give you the name in just a second. What is the difference between it, ChatGPT, and Bard? And this is what got back to me. It says OpenAI's chatbot, ChatGPT, is conversational AI that's been trained on a large data set of text data. Like me and Bard, is capable of generating text responses that are contextually relevant and grammatically correct. However, OpenAI has taken a different approach to AI than Inflection or Google. For example, OpenAI has adopted more persuasive stance on content moderation, and it does not have a formal set of values or policies that govern the responses of its AI. This has led to some controversy around the potential misuse of technology. Now, this is crazy. So, this is a new one that has just come out, once again, co founded by Reid Hoffman, co founder of LinkedIn. And this is called Inflection. So if I go and I'm already started talking to it, so watch this and watch what it's doing. I'm gonna write this prompt. Thank you for explaining the differences to me. It just wrote back, "You're very welcome. Happy to help. I think it's important for people to understand the nuances of different AI systems and to be aware of the different approaches being taken to AI development. I appreciate you taking the time to ask me about this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me." This, if you've used ChatGPT, if you used BART, you automatically, with just that one little statement back from it, you will automatically see the difference. This is more what Reid Hoffman and his co-founder wanted, is they wanted more of a conversational type. Information still is being provided, but this is actually like I'm talking to a person. So I'm going to ask it another question. If And I've never asked it this, but I'm gonna see what you. Oh, let me change this. How do you feel about AI and social media marketing? I'm asking a computer, it may come back with, okay, that's a great question. I think AI has a lot of potential to transform the field of social media marketing. For example, AI can be used to analyze large amounts of data, identify trends and patterns in user behavior. The information can be used to create more targeted and effective marketing campaigns. I also think AI can be used to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of social media platforms themselves. For example, AI can be used to transform, to identify and remove harmful, misleading content and to personalize user experiences. This is a different type of AI, and this is just showing you where everything is going. With AIonomics, I'm speaking about the initiative of understanding that there is a reason why this company is now worth, as of today, which is 720, worth between $4 and $5 billion, and it just started less than a year ago. $4 to $5 billion. AI is a trillion dollar potential industry. And with social media, which is the most powerful thing that has happened in our lifetime, probably, with the two of those combined, it can be uh, heaven, or excuse me, it could be hell. So my initiative with AI economics is to understand the good, the bad, the difference, and be able to bring those to the table for discussion. Once again, I say this beforehand: you cannot put the genie back in the bottle, but what we must do is we must be able to understand that. The great thing I love about this particular one, let me see if I can, is called Inflection.ai. And the thing I love about this is that Reid Hoffman and his co-founder um, understand, they basically put and I didn't even know this, but you can actually use it in Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp. But they've put the human touch back into AI, which is kind of scary. But once again, take a look at this inflection.ai. Once again, I just wanted to, my initiative once again is AI economics, understanding the cost. Um, and what I mean by cost, it could be good thing or bad thing of AI, social media, uh, just in the world that we're living in now. So thank you again for taking the time to listen to what I have. And if you have any questions, you can definitely reach